Okay, I know I got sidetracked on the other video. I'm going to try to talk a little bit about tomatoes. Now, I start my tomatoes in trays, and then I repot them. When they get 2 to 3 inches tall, and they're showing their true leaves, which this is, let's say I planted these, I think, April the 4th. I was a little behind. I usually plant mine about end of March, but we had a lot of cold weather here in North Carolina. But then if you start them in April with our climate, because we have a longer growing season than northern states, they grow quickly. When it starts getting really warm, they really shoot up. So I always repot them, like I said, to give them some strong stems. Sometimes if, when you're starting the seeds, if they get lanky, if they've started shooting up with light and you got them covered up, and then if they're, like this too spindly, then you can also repot them and it makes them stronger. So I was going to try to show you this one-handed. I'm not sure, this is something that rows come in, so it might be 2.5 gallon pot, maybe. So anyway, I had leaves, like 1/3 leaves. You could do compost, the kitchen scraps. I do that. I put the kitchen scraps directly in the pot, and then the worms come in there because it's on the ground, and they do their magic. And you got like worm castings. Sometimes you get volunteers, you can move them. So anyway, this is damp, but it's not wet enough. So I just wanted to show you that when you are using a pot, let's see, when you water it, and I didn't water it a lot, and you just mash it down gently, and that gets some of the air out. I'm gonna try. Let's see, I got my little tomato here. Like I said, I'm doing Tommy Toes. These are black cherries. They're almost like a Cherokee purple that is just a small salad tomato. These don't hurt my mother-in-law's stomach. She really likes them, and I like them too. So I bought the seeds off of eBay. I mean, I'm sure you can get them organic if you like. I don't do all organic, but I don't use pesticides, so that's the best I can do, because it's still, you can buy organic soil, you can buy organic seeds, you can do all organic if you want. It's just sometimes it's cheaper not to do that. It depends on your budget and what you want to do. So let's say I already got these planted. I need to give you an example. So I'm going to put some mulch on here to keep the soil moist. And tomatoes, now if they're in pots, when it's really, really hot, you might have to water them every day when it's like 95 degrees here in the south. But tomatoes don't want to be wet all the time. They do get the blight. They will rot like any other plant. So hold on just for a second. I'm not sure if I can do this one-handed. I lost my little thing. One of these days I'm going to get one of them sticks. So anyway, try to show you. Don't want to disturb the seeds too much. So when I repotted it, I planted it a couple inches deep. And then I'm going to do that again. And so you see the roots right there. I really didn't want to break this part. I just wanted to kind of show you. You can get a trowel. I think that's the way you say it. A digger. Most time I got gloves on. I've been trying to get used to wearing gloves because my hands dry out with the soil and everything. So anyway, now I could put some more dirt in this. I think the other ones I have a little deeper, so I'm gonna get a little more dirt, put around it, because tomato plants you can grow deep. Now some people, if they're tall and lanky, you can plant them sideways and then turn them up. I have done that, but if you can get them planted like this when they're not too tall, this is perfect. And then they're going to get used to this. The little hairs will shoot out more roots, and then you'll have a really strong tomato plant. Now, and I always make sure I label them. See, these is almost a month old. So when I'm watering any plant, now sometimes I have the hose, but I make sure that I pat it very gently right where the plant is, and then I'm going to water it some more, and then I'm going to put some mulch on it and water it again. With tomato plants, you really want to give them a good watering when you plant them, and then that way they got a good start. And that's I'm kind of crooked almost with any plant. So I hope I explained this good enough. I hope you found it informative. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and happy gardening.